Hello, water signs. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. We're going to do a general message here for the water signs this week. I'm grouping you in together just because I figure one reading is better than none at all. I'm sort of pressed for time this week. So, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs. This is going to be a general tarot message. We'll see what comes through. Please come into the reading with an open heart, an open mind, a desire to learn something to better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate, feel free to push them aside and do revisit them at a later date if you like. Sometimes tarot messages will make more sense in the future. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. This is, of course, optional advice or guidance. The intention being to motivate, empower, inspire you. That's my hope anyway. That's what I like to do. All right, one more shuffle for water signs. What messages need to come through this week? All right, here we go. We're going to split the deck. The Hierophant. All right. Who or what are you committing yourself to this week? And Judgment. Are you going to have a change of heart, or is there an awakening of something you need to recommit to? Or Judgment usually has to do with the idea of sort of like death and rebirth, or it can sort of be like this epiphany of, oh, I finally realize, like a light bulb moment. All right, and then you have the Queen of Wands. So yeah, putting a lot of energy and action and passion into something. Some of you may be reaching a higher level of commitment with a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sag. Some of you are going to re-engage the amount of energy and action you're taking towards anything, really. It can be a relationship, but it can be some sort of work endeavor, some sort of personal project where you may have been feeling sort of lackluster or tired, lethargic, sleepy maybe in Pisces season, right? Which isn't abnormal, right? But it could be that you're starting to re-engage and really putting kind of that Queen of Wands energy into something. Two major arcana and a queen. So this says to me, this is kind of a significant thing going on in a lot of your lives. Tell me a little bit more about this Queen of Wands. She's work hard, play hard. She's very passionate, charismatic, confident, kind of owns the room when she walks in. So this could easily be you as well, right? Some of you may be upping your confidence and committing to like a new path that really involves practicing better self-love and also practicing better boundaries. Very important in Pisces season. And then the Page of Cups. Yeah, I don't know. To me, some of this, for a lot of you, this might be saying that you're being good to yourself. The Page of Cups is very sweet, very innocent, very inspired, very curious, very kind of hopeless romantic nature or sort of poetic. I'm hearing those kind of like dreamy, creative sort of Pisces words. It can represent children or students, or in a sense, it can also represent sort of your inner child wanting to express something from the heart or feeling called towards a certain direction, a certain path, and knowing that you need to put in effort to honor your heart, to go after what it is that you love. This could certainly be establishing a better rapport with someone in your life, especially in your family dynamics. It could certainly be between a parent and child, but it certainly doesn't have to be. So let's do like a past and then a future with this Judgment card. Where were we coming from, and then where are we headed to with this Judgment? Judgment can sometimes be involving Scorpio energy, and then Hierophant frequently involves Taurus energy. So you have a nice little polarity. The idea of ownership comes into sort of that polarity. Let's see. Is this the Nine of Coins? Interesting. What an unusual depiction of the Nine of Coins. I mean, I guess I see the reference here. This is a relatively new deck to me. So yeah, all right, Nine of Coins. She, and I only say she because of it's clearly referencing the traditional Rider-Waite deck. She looks very youthful to me, very, very young. I almost thought it was a child at first. So again, there might be children involved in this storyline somehow. Let's see, the Four of Cups. I don't know why I'm getting this, but for some of you, I almost feel like there's an awakening of where you were settling or where you weren't striving or reaching to go after that thing you really want. I'm sorry, I should position these so you can see them. But the thing is, it's still floating in your subconscious, or not even, I think it's conscious. I think there's some idea you want to go after. But maybe, I don't know, maybe there was a purposeful pause in your life to sort of just kind of sit and appreciate what you had, or I don't know, sort of reassess or edit the game plan. I'm not coming up with the right words, but I'm sort of getting this idea of, we've accomplished some stuff. We're good. Like, we're fine. But then at what point is that sort of enabling your, enabling you not going after something, possibly because of fear, because it would involve either a total rehaul or it would require you to really step up into a huge leadership role, even if just for yourself. It would require a lot of, again, commitment, dedication, passion, yes, but a lot of confidence. And for some of you, I sort of get this symbolically as like on the inside, you might feel like, the kid shaking on the inside, asking out, the prom king or the prom queen, that kind of like, oh my God, well, I don't deserve it. And, this person, this idea, this thing is so much greater than me. But that's not true. That's just sort of, at least at one point in time, possibly how some of you were viewing it. But I think the universe is saying you see yourself as the Page of Cups, like we see you as the Queen of Wands, like totally different dynamic here. So again, possibly, the transition of elements, you could be going from Pisces season, water, into Aries season, fire, where you're actually going to go after this idea. Because here it's on the forefront of your mind. And especially because this Judgment card, I was sort of alluding to, okay, like what is changing or transforming? Is it an attitude? Is it an idea? Is it a relationship? You're going from 9 of Coins, which is an incredibly solid card, and especially in terms of practicing self-love. But because it's leading up into the 4 of Cups, you're having like a change of heart maybe about where you want to take this and if you want to take it to the next level. Some of you, you're being told to go even further, go even higher, reach higher, because you're capable of so much more than I think you're envisioning. And maybe some of you are just a little bit shy or gun shy, however you want to say it, because it's going to require a lot more time and commitment. But I actually think you'd really enjoy it. Again, I think it inspires you in some way. Even this 4 of Cups, I do like. I don't see this as like moody or, apathy or, that kind of stuff that we associate with the typical 4 of Cups. I even see 3 of Cups as a reason to celebrate, something that we've accomplished, as our sort of 9 of Pentacles lady over here. But then there's the idea of like, well, gosh, if I'm capable of that, what else could I do? And I almost see that as like a light bulb moment, like ding, like something goes off. And I think that's what the universe is trying to get you to see. Like, this isn't the finish line by any means. It's like you're just getting started, but again, you're going to have to harness that commitment and that passion, that energy to take it one step further. But that's what I get from this message, water signs. This actually feels kind of fantastic to me. Let's do one of these cards. Marcella Kroll, Nature Nurture deck. I just like these oracle cards. I'm going to read from the book because I haven't memorized them yet, but is there some card that wants to come out with this reading? Maybe something I missed or didn't see, or to highlight or underscore something that was said? For the water signs, for Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. They're not talking. There we go. Gratitude. Elephant. Again, something about this sort of junior to senior or parent to child, or there could be some sort of collaboration too. I'm going to read from this, but just because that came out, it triggered something I was going to say earlier. Is the 9 of Coins is sometimes what we call like the single ladies, single man's card, gender aside. So it could be that some of you are realizing this is strong, you are strong, you're good as is, but just think about if you got partnership or sponsorship, or just think if you collaborated with someone. The Hierophant can be a marriage card, right? So marriage and business partnership, right? Marriage of bank accounts, joint finances, right? Again, Scorpio, kind of Taurus, my ownership versus our ownership, the collaboration aspect here. Let's see. All right, what am I looking for? Elephant, 43. Elephant, gratitude. To give thanks, recognition, and acknowledgement. If you have drawn the elephant today, you are being asked to express appreciation or give thanks to any given situation, thing, persons, including yourself, for its active or former presence in your life. You can even express gratitude for the things that have not yet arrived. Pulling this card can alternatively mean expressing gratitude in the form of service. If you are feeling called to get outside of your own bubble and see the world from a higher perspective, then being of service can assist you. Whether you volunteer locally or help a friend or organize it, it doesn't matter, as long as you feel the spirit of humbled thankfulness while doing so. All right, elephant spirit. All right, I guess let's do one more. We'll do one more short one, maybe about love. That seemed kind of career oriented. Of course, it doesn't have to be, but let's get one more reading for my water signs. For Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. It's so funny. I just started a book. It's actually an older book. It's just one I never got to read. In fact, it's right here. It reminded me of it because it has an elephant on the cover. So I just started reading this, The Happiness Hypothesis. I'm only like a couple chapters in, so I can't say yay or nay, but isn't that kind of funny? I do have a lot of water in my chart, so maybe something in that message was going to speak to me at some point. All right, here we go. Love and relationships for my water signs. Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Let's do a short general message for the water signs. Looking for love, in love, wanting to know about love. I see Aquarius and Sagittarius, possibly building with an Aquarius or a Sagittarius. All right. Oh, there he is again. Wish fulfillment with a Sagittarius. Or honoring what you already know to be true. Yeah, this is a similar message to me too. The idea of this is as good as it could possibly get. Some of you are like, but I think there's something else out there for me. Some of you may have had to put a relationship on hold because you felt sort of divinely guided to go and pursue something for yourself. But the thing is, for some of you, I'm being encouraged to say, like, if it's truly meant to be yours, you don't have to worry about it. This feels very much like we got you. Like, we know what you want, we know what you need. So, go out and take the first step and show us that you're willing to go after it. And like, we got you. We'll set you up. You're going to be good. You're protected. You're being guided here. The angels are looking out for you. But it's similar though, it's like, this is absolutely the best I can possibly do. But then you get this inclination to follow your intuition elsewhere. So let's talk about where it's leading you. The main message here is don't you dare settle, water signs. And I don't necessarily just mean in love, but reach for the stars this week. I really do think that's what they're telling you. And I mean, in Pisces season, right? The sun is in Pisces. A huge time to sort of receive those intuitive psychic messages, but also any planets moving through Pisces, if you do in fact have a strong water in your chart, so your sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mercury, any of that in water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, there's going to be planets there that are trining, aka making a very beneficial, almost gifting aspect to you. And we have to remember Jupiter is in Pisces right now. Jupiter says go big or go home, very connected to both Pisces and Sagittarius. It's the planet of luck, of fortune, of blessings, of expansion, travel, knowledge, truth seeking. And I think that's what this is. It's like, go off on that adventure that you've been thinking of, similar to this message. And so for some of you, maybe it does relate to love. So maybe some of you are going to be flying somewhere, taking flight. Oh, look to your soulmate. It was always meant to be. It was always divinely guided. It was always written in the stars. Or at minimum, I don't want to overhype the Four of Wands. To me as a reader, it's a very positive card. It can be marriages, it can be soulmates, it can sometimes maybe be twin flames. It depends what's next to it. But at minimum, I always say this is a very, very solid foundation, right? It's a good structure from which we can build something solid and lasting and something that can grow into the future, right? Wands are always active. They're always growing. They're always moving, right? It's action oriented. So... but it's giving you anxiety. All right, interesting. Too many thoughts. Okay, you're talking yourself out of it. And I don't totally understand what this scenario is, but I also think this is a very humanistic thing. So I'm having trouble getting the exact details, but it has to do with, I'm just going to sit here because what I have is so good, I don't want to tempt fate. Like, I don't want to go after something and miss out on this. No. It's just the opposite. I think Spirit is encouraging you, all this red, right? These little red points, to chase your passion, to follow your passion, to honor what your heart space is telling you and take action on those feelings, those intuitions, those psychic hits. Because it doesn't have to do with logic. It doesn't have to do with what makes sense on paper. Sometimes it truly is just a feeling that you have to follow, and it leads you to this very important milestone, even if this is a milestone in your career. But I'm almost like assuming that things are as good as they're going to be, or, I don't want to risk it. I don't want to push my luck. Then, like, Jupiter is like, are you kidding me? Like, push the luck. Go after all the dreams and desires. I see this as you talking yourself out of it, water signs. Something about too many thoughts or too many ideas of what could go wrong, or what if I repeat a past mistake, or I don't even know, like shoulda, coulda, wouldas from something of the past. This is a Gemini card, right? So this is sort of at a point where our mind is sort of not giving us the most helpful insights. It's like we just have to honor our heart and stick to it. But when we start filtering in all the facts and details and, well, do I have the money, and is it practical, and, where do I get the job? Those are all valid, but, trying to figure out all those or solve all those puzzles at once, they're not doing you any good. I would say take one off the wall, right? Take one off the wall and deal with it. But again, not at the sacrifice of your own dreams. I think this is something you're meant to achieve. You're meant to go after it. And this is where it gets tricky. It's because some of you have something absolutely beautiful right now, and you don't want to risk giving it up or putting it on pause, or just simply putting a distance between you and this person by going after this thing. If this is truly your soulmate and your person, you going after whatever, the dream job in a different city, or taking time out to get the college degree, or whatever it is, right? I'm just throwing scenarios at you. If this is truly your person, they're going to love and support you and nurture you through that. It's not going to be this, me or them, pick me or them, or this situation or me, you can't have both. Absolutely not. I think the universe is saying, yeah, you can have both. And again, I mean, for the small amount of you where it's like, pick one, me or him, or, this or that, that's kind of going to show you the true colors, that if this person is putting that much stress and anxiety and pressure on you to choose one, well, then they really don't support you in the long term, right? I see that this is what's coming up in the future. So some sort of huge milestone or victory, very likely alongside with your partner. I think it's the same thing. For some reason, I see this angel as both. I see it as God, source, spirit, universe, right? Like your angel gang. I also see it as your person having a very nurturing, healing presence in your life. And so that's what I mean. I think this person is going to support you in going after this. It's you that's talking yourself out of it, because maybe this forces you to put yourself first. And maybe some of you are very used to prioritizing other people. I think that's very what is a good word? Very typical of water signs, because typically, you guys are very sweet and kind and gentle and supporting of others. But maybe this is the time again, like my Queen of Wands, for you to sort of step up and I mean this in a gentle way, but to be a little selfish and like, no, I have to go after this because I don't want to look back 10 years and wonder if. This is one of those things you had to go and do. And whether it works out or not, I think you have someone by your side who's going to see you through. But I mean, this indicates some big accomplishment that again will continue to grow as you put more energy into it. Yeah, your manifestation of something new that you're building on. It could be a collaboration. This always looks like building a house to me. I don't know. So it could be some sort of, construction or building of a business. It doesn't have to be literally, like the brick and whatever. But yeah, I see collaboration and then the manifestation of something new. Also, this is about organizing your thoughts, right? The idea of thoughts spinning out of control and feeling overwhelmed. As I said, do it like a step at a time. This is card number 1, right? And it's Mercury energy, right? So the way we think, how we express ourselves, our perceptions, our viewpoints, how we communicate. This is like grabbing hold of one and doing something very powerful with it. And I'm also going to say doing something outside the norm, or with the Jupiter energy coming through here, again, Jupiter sitting in Pisces, which in theory is going to have a positive impact on many of you out there. I'm not saying all of you, but again, especially if you have like a Venus in a water sign or a moon in a water sign, right? Something about that Jupiter energy is really going to encourage you to expand beyond what's normal, to go after things that maybe at one point seemed out of reach or out of touch or undoable, unachievable. This is like kind of this new idea of, wait a minute, I can do this. This is that sort of novel idea. And I don't know how else to say it, but like organizing your thoughts and ideas in a way that is constructive, in a way that is practical, in a way that you're achieving things. And you're not just sinking to this place of, life is hopeless and I'm never going to be able to do this. And what's the point? Like that is such a waste of time and energy. And, really be careful where you direct your thoughts. Your thoughts are very powerful. So what you say to yourself, how you speak to yourself, how you speak to others, you're going to manifest that energy in your life. So I guess what I'm saying is you have no reason not to have total and utter belief in yourself, in your ideas, right? And as I say, you're accountable and responsible for everything you do with it. But You have so many cards here of blessings and big achievements coming in. I think this Magician is like, fuck yeah, like let's go do it, let's build this thing. And again, it might not happen overnight, it might not be a Cinderella story, but the point is starting, right? The point is taking action, wands, to take the first step to bring your dreams into reality, to start manifesting them, right? Into that earthy, practical reality too. It's not just this wish fulfillment. It's not just this dreamy, romantic idea of, oh, wouldn't it be nice? This is like, oh, it would be nice. So now that I know what I want, let me go follow it. Let me go, chase that scent or chase that hunch and start to build it and create it here on earth, here in the 3D, here in reality. All right, water signs, that's what I got for you. Do I want to throw an oracle card at you? I kind of do. We're going to do one more of these. Why not? I really like this deck and I don't use it enough. Whoops. They're falling everywhere. They're slipping right out of my hands. What does that mean? Am I supposed to look at them? You are pure magic. I posted that one on Instagram the other day. And then Gratitude Rampage. List 10 things you are thankful for. All right, we'll see what comes out of the deck. They like slid out, so I felt like I was supposed to read it to you. All right, for the water signs, wrapping this reading up. What else can I tell them? You guys had great readings this time around. I'm happy to see that. We just got to eliminate this, right? When your thoughts start to spin out of control, ground yourself, right? And maybe this is saying allow yourself to dream big. Don't shut yourself off at the start of, oh, that could never be. That's not my life. That's not helpful, but there's a word for it. That's like not low vibe. It's like self-sabotagey sort of. And then journal it out, write how you feel. That's an excellent way to combat these sort of, thoughts getting out of control. And let's see. Get back to nature and reconnect to your hippie roots. Hippie roots. That's very specific. Yeah, spend time outside, whether it's, freezing or 90 degrees out. It's good to be in nature, right? It's a good way to ground yourself. And to get out of your own head, I think that's where the issue lies. Is sometimes we get so stuck in our own narrative that we need that outside perspective. Again, Jupiter. It's like, micro, macro. It's like these Mercury type thoughts, right? Like the mind, the logic, separating it down, making it very narrow and individualized. And then Jupiter's like, let's just merge it all together. Let's go big. Like, let's go crazy. It's sort of Jupiter energy. Like, life is a party, so let's celebrate. This is like, oh no, but we can't afford it. And, who's going to come to the party? And what if nobody does? And like, it's needless worrying. And it's just getting in the way of this. All right, there you go. I'm going to end it with that. Keep your thoughts positive as she looks to Jupiter. I love that. And the wish fulfillment card. All right, water signs, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. Remember to press the like button for me. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Book a personal reading. That's an excellent way to support the channel and get these videos keep coming to you, right? Other than that, thanks for joining me, sending you much love, and I will see you next time for more tarot.